Coming up on 7 Horse Racing.
Stride for stride!
Best racing from around the country.
Without a fight for the Caulfield Cup.
All on one channel.
7 Horse Racing. Racing.
From a Group 1 team.
Coming up. Group 1 Racing.
She's a beautiful horse, and she did.
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather host the Brownlow red carpet with a stain on your dress or with food stuck between your teeth?
Share a deserted island with the super nerd, the shark, the beast, Goliath, or the governess?
The stain on my dress.
The beast. Strikes me as a hunter-gatherer type.
Never eat chicken crimpies again or never drink beer again.
Chicken crimpies are out.
Okay, Sheva, would you rather win an Olympic gold or a gold Logie?
Podgy, would you rather be stuck in a lift with Sam Mitchell or Ruffy?
I think Olympic gold.
Who wouldn't want to be stuck in a lift with Ruff? Got to go Ruff.
Would you rather forget the lines of a song or fall off stage but keep singing?
I think forgetting the lyrics is way less embarrassing. I would rather forget the line.
Would you rather
Go to the Caulfield Cup.
The Caulfield Cup.
Caulfield Cup.
or the Everest?
Oh, I think Everest.
The Caulfield Cup, 145 years of history.
The Everest, an exciting new concept. Brash, intoxicating, a new generation of fans.
So they run to the home turn on the cup now. It's a staying classic.
There with 100 metres to go, she's going to romp it in.
A celebration of speed. That's what Australian racing's about.
Nature Strip clings on. He's king of the mountain this time.
The glory, prestige to be a part of Australian sporting history.
Without a fight for the Caulfield Cup.
$20 million in prize money.
The richest race on turf.
Think about it. Think about it, won the Everest.
An iconic cup.
A trophy made of diamonds.
The crowd, the atmosphere.
And the parties that go with it.
And you can't beat Sweet Caroline.
The good thing is,
You don't have to choose.
Watch both iconic races.
all at once.
The best of both worlds. On the ultimate day of racing.
And the only place you can see it all
Is right here.
on 7.
So we reach that moment in the afternoon. We get oh so close to the top of a mountain at Royal Randwick. Incredible crowds, a sellout crowd, the biggest they reckon in 60 years of this famous race course. And the Everest is not far away, and at Caulfield as well, with all the history there. It's a massive crowd. They're enjoying some great racing as well, and the 148 Cup is not that far away. The legend gave Waterhouse has strong chances in both the big races, and Dan McPherson's with her.
It's got a special quality, the Everest. It is like climbing a mountain. The Everest is a phenomenal race that's really captivated interest outside of racing here in Australia. And there's such a build-up. It's a 365-day narrative. Who's in, who's out.
The fastest horses, the best jockeys.
It's a targeted race on our racing calendar that you want to be part of.
Prize money is just huge. It's massive. So the crowd get really pumped.
The atmosphere is electric.
Got Sweet Caroline playing and everyone it's just in party mode.
Behind the barriers, you can hear them singing before the race. There's a lot at stake for owners, slot holders, trainers, jockeys.
And then when they go to the barriers, boy oh boy, you can hear the crowd roar when the gates open.
Outstanding atmosphere. I've never ridden anything like it. Action-packed from word go. High pressure 70-second race.
Good race, fast race.
1,200 metres, weight for age for $20 million.
If you're trying to climb to the top of that mountain.
Gary Flash is now an Everest legend.
When I hit the post in front, it was just like this big shockwave
Think about it!
of noise and emotion.
I couldn't believe the reception that you get if you're lucky enough to win it.
He's king of the mountain this time.
It's one of those races that you remember for your lifetime.
You're going to kick down the outside, wins the Everest.
Minute 10 seconds, a life changing. It's fantastic.
You get an idea, don't you, of what it's all about, and have a look at the thronging masses here at Royal Randwick. 50,000 people here to witness the 8th running of the world's richest race on turf. You can hype a lot of things, but you can't absolutely make them happen. This is a field as good as we've ever seen, I reckon, in the Everest.
It is the most open Everest since the beginning, and every single one of these horses can win, and it just would not shock you. That's the type of field it is, Bruce.
And some of these jockeys have been there and done it, 3 in particular. One's done it 3 times already. Luke Nolan, just the one ride. Mark Zara with all that success in Melbourne, as we know. Jay Ford Willow's got one. He's got a Cossie. Nash, of course. Zach, who's capable of doing anything. He's got those 2 Group 1 wins now. Of course, Tommy's been placed a couple of times. J-Mac with Nature's Strip. There's the king of the mountain, Karen McAvoy. Could Jamie become the first female? Brendan Abdullah's got slippers, but he wants one of these. And Rachel, of course. J-Mac to tell us what it's like to ride over 1,200 metres at Royal Randwick. And he's sitting there and he's waiting to join that group. It'll be 100th Group 1. A big chance, and then the women that have already done so much, from Gay Waterhouse through to Annabelle Neesham, and could one of those jockeys create real history as well, along with the train. It's just some of the stories. The storylines have been going for 12 months. Group 1 for the first time. Gil McLaughlin there with Peter McGarren with the trophy. Gil, of course, the chief executive now of TAB, who are the major sponsors, and Peter, of course, from the Australian Turf Club. So that moment when we all wait, the horses coming into the mountain yard and onto the track, Sweet Caroline, and then the gates go open. I Wish I Win came up on Wednesday with Peter Moody. He was second last year. He's a magnificent racehorse. You know he's going to run well.
Well, he came into this race second up last year. This year, he's third up. I loved his 2 runs, the Moya and the Manicato. He's just building. The blinkers go on today. Luke Nolan's only ride today. You can see why Richo likes him.
Incredible horse. He had a bung leg as a yearling and all of those stories. Giga Kick, could he create history and win a second Everest, but not in consecutive years?
Of course, he won as a 3-year-old, and then he pulled a hamstring of the spring last year, so he had a long time off. His runs in have been pass marks for mine. Not a lot of luck first up, where he was in the wrong part of the track, and in the Premier, it was another pass. He could just be building and getting fitter as these races go on. Private Eye, I give a really, really good, strong hope to. From that barrier, he's probably going to have to push forward, I'd imagine, but a old head, he's big and strong, and he's run in the last couple of Everests.
Yeah, he's run so well, hasn't he? He's won at Epsom here, we know he's strong. Bella Nipotina's got better with age. She's a 7-year-old mare by the same sire as Pride of Jenny, who's also 7. She has got stronger as she's gone on. What she did last season was amazing in all those different states. We know how tough she is. She handles wide draws. She has the best chance here. She really does. Her first crack at an Everest at 7. I Am Me won the Sydney Stakes last year, the race we just saw overpass win, and she's in spectacular form.
Yeah, she's a 2-time Group 2 winner, placed in 3 Group 1s. She wants the track to be really firm. She loves it firm. She's 2 for 2 at this track and trip, so she has to be a big chance from that barrier.
Steffi Magnetica was the 3-year-old filly of the year, officially announced a week ago in Adelaide. She's won a Stradbroke, just like Think About It did last year, and he bounced into the Everest. She's not without a big chance.
Can you believe she won her maiden at Wellington the spring of last year? What a progression.
Sunshine in Paris wanted to be here last year. She got that slight injury. Annabelle Neesham and Rob Archibald have timed her run beautifully. No horse has won an Everest 35 days after her previous start or their previous start. And no mare, of course, has been placed, and we've got 5 of them here.
Yeah, she looks incredible too. We saw her first up and she didn't quite look that good in the coat, but wow, she's gleaming today.
Here's Lizzie's top pick, Jolly Star. She was dynamic in the show county. She was slightly disappointing at her next start. She's been freshened up. She has the genius for the trainer and the great jockey of James McDonald. Could it be his 100th in a race that he won with Nature Strip a few years ago?
Yeah, she's turned out in brilliant order.
Growing Empire, he's a brilliant colt, Katie. I saw him in Adelaide in May or April, and I knew I was seeing something special. His spring's been phenomenal. He's got the right jockey, and he's got a trainer who continues to excel.
Yeah, he looked home and hosed in the Manicato, and look, I think that this is also another big step up for him. He's going to know he's in a race here. Here's the other 3-year-old colt, Traffic Warden.
And Jamie Carr's got a sensational record on this bloke. 3 starts, 2 wins and a narrow defeat. He looks superb. James Cummings has been so close in the past. 3 placings for Godolphin, and this horse gives them another strong chance. Storm Boy, he was favourite for the Golden Slipper. We didn't know this time last week would he get the run. He's got a terrific chance on Brendan Abdallah. Can he get out of the barrier? If he gets out of the barrier cleanly, he's going to be so hard to beat.
Yeah, he is, because on paper it looks like they're not going to go all that quick, so as long as he breaks cleanly and finds the front 1,200 metres, you know he's going to be nice and fit from the Gay and Adrian stable.
And what about Lady of Camelot? Could she go from winning the world's richest 2-year-old race to winning the richest race on turf? Why not? We're still having a look there at Storm Boy and his stablemate Lady Camelot in a moment. So Storm Boy, he's a strong colt. He's by the all-time champion racehorse, the unbeaten Justify, who won the Triple Crown the year after American Pharaoh, and then he went on to great deeds as a sire and continues. Lady of Camelot, the last of them there, and she's won the Golden Slipper. Could she win an Everest?
She is. This preparation, I think she's been going super. She ran 3rd in the Moya Stakes. She wasn't all too far away in the shorts with not a lot of luck. It would not shock me to see her win with 51 kilos on her back.
Emma, we're going to go to you, but you're getting yourself set for something that has become the tradition here on Everest Day.
Kieran Ma, 3 runners. How are you feeling?
Super. Really looking forward to it. All saddled up well. 2 mares are great. It's probably a fraction softer than I Am Me wants it. Bella loves it, and the colt, I'm wrapped with him. He's got a bit of confidence about him.
Got a swagger.
He does have a swagger.
All right. You haven't had a runner. This is the first time you've had a runner, and you've got 3 in the race. You've got a great hand. Pick one.
Maybe Bella. Craig's looking at me. Or the colt. I think it's between them 2.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Such a strong hand. 3 big chances in the race. And the horses about to make their way out. Lizzie and Richo, you're watching from Caulfield. You've got the cup not that far away. It's a spectacular moment, isn't it?
It's something so special, Bruce. It's just a privilege to sit and watch it all. You're right there close, and Sweet Caroline's about to belt out in a moment that is...
Lights on, we're about to go. Late scratching traffic warden.
Briefly, it's been taken off as Jamie Carr is off traffic warden, who was involved in that incident in the starting gates. And we're just waiting on the final call from behind the barriers. Is he running or not? Traffic warden, he's out. He's out. Traffic warden, a late scratching. Traffic warden withdrawn here in the Everest. And we're just about ready to run. Waiting for the all clear. Jolly Star is the favourite. Very sad for traffic warden, all involved there in the final seconds, loading them into the barriers. There's the light now, and we're ready to go. The gates are back here in the Everest. They're off and racing to the massive roar of the crowd. Bella Nipotina came out running wide out. So did Growing Empire. Lady of Camelot's right there. And Storm Boy really revved up, goes to fourth. Private Eye battling out wide. Then Steffi Magnetica, IME back on the fence. Jolly Star gets back together with Sunshine in Paris. I Wish I Went Out very deep. And Giga Kick's cutting through on the rails. Bella Nipotina couldn't cross Growing Empire. Storm Boy's whipping up underneath the pair. He responded to the early urgings, and now Storm Boy moved up on the inside of Growing Empire at the 600 metres. Bella Nipotina's forward, 3 wide, no cover. IME tucking up on the fence. Further back to Lady of Camelot. Private Eye, Steffi Magnetica, Giga Kick the fence. Sunshine in Paris coming wide from I Wish I Win. Jolly Star's got it all to do. Storm Boy at the 300 leads the way from Bella Nipotina. Then Growing Empire. Giga Kick making ground on the inside. Then Lady of Camelot. Bella Nipotina moved up. Bella Nipotina with Growing Empire. Up the inside is Giga Kick. Giga Kick going to Bella Nipotina. Bella's in front though. Bella Nipotina wins the Everest from Giga Kick. I think Growing Empire third. Flashing home Jolly Star. Then Private Eye, Lady of Camelot, Sunshine in Paris. Then Steffi Magnetica, Storm Boy, IME, and I Wish I Win.
Magnificent race, an incredible classic run up the straight between two wonderful horses. Bella Nipotina with Craig Williams winning a second Everest. Kira Ma, first runners in the race, gets the win. She takes her prize money close to $20 million. Third richest ever in the country. It was there to be won. Giga Kick looked like he would create some history. Katie, it was a classic.
She is simply breathtaking, this mare. Every single time she goes around, she is the most genuine mare I've ever seen. From drawing a barrier like that to be able to 3 wide the trip and still fight on a horse that had all the favours up the inside in Giga Kick. She deserves all of these accolades. What a horse. She was an $80,000 English Premier purchase as a young yearling. And what a ride. To take her prize money to over $20 million is just unbelievable.
Giga Kick was incredible. Mark Zara and Craig Williams battling it out. And Growing Empire was right up there, clacker as well. Emma's not too far away, but Bella Nipotina, a 7-year-old mare. Richo, it was just a magnificent contest. It had the lot, it had the late scratching. What a ride by Willow. He's got a couple of Everest and a Kosciuszko, and he's got a Grand Slam.
It's incredible to believe this story of a filly who used to be, you know, a flimsy filly as a little 2-year-old filly when she was with Lindsay Park Racing. How she's furnished. They're Tim Porter's colours. And for Tim and Mick and Elise Johnston, we saw a whole team of them. Little Noah was just absolutely ecstatic. I'm thinking of them. It's just brilliant. Defeats Giga Kick, Growing Empire and Lady of Camelot, if you don't mind. What a first 4. What a mare she is.
What an amazing performance. I want to also focus on Giga Kick as well. You mentioned, Bruce, that he was going to potentially create a bit of history there, but he's a horse that has come to fruition finally this preparation. So big shout out to Clayton Douglas, who has never lost faith in this guy's performance, and to find the line so strongly. Growing Empire, he didn't lose any accolades. Lady of Camelot, well, they still haven't. The fillies and mares made it into that top 3 placings in an Everest, so they're still waiting to do that. But Kira Ma, the first time he's had a runner in the Everest, and he's taken it out.
That is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. You know what you've done? You turned the race on its head. You said, wide gate, let's go forward. You shocked us all. Congratulations.
Thank you. You know, we thought she was in career best form, and she got her conditions to suit. You know, we said at the barrier draw, she's got an uncanny knack of running very well from any gate, wide, inside, doesn't matter. And just Craig, beautiful ride, you know, to have the balls to do that. And I can't thank my team enough, because, you know, she's James Harding. She trains up on the beach, and she's been at Bong Bong the last 2 weeks, and just the whole team, it's unbelievable. And to do it this late in her career, you know, like a 54 start or something like that, it's unbelievable.
How do you do it with her? Because this year she's been to nearly every single state across the country, and then come to the grand final for $20 million and done it in the hardest of ways.
She's a bit like me. She doesn't like to miss out in the carnival.
She doesn't like FOMO.
So, no, she's a beautiful horse to train. And Michael Christensen and Tim Porter and his brothers and family, they'll, you know, what a thrill for them. You know, she's been elite for like 5 years, and yeah, it's unbelievable.
Here she is. Let's see her come back. And look at him. There's Craig Williams on board still, and they celebrate together, the team. They are an elite team, and they have conquered the mountain today.
Great stuff, Em, and you'll catch Craig in just a moment. No mare's ever been placed before, not in the first three, and she wins. She has already been a remarkable racehorse, and now she goes to another level. Look at the love between the two. To think that Willow's had Mr. Brightside and this mare at the same time, those special connections. The build-up's amazing, but you know what? It always delivers, and I'm not sure that we've had a better Everest than that right there.
I don't think so, Bruce.
So the unsaddling to be done, the $20 million to be distributed, and a Group 1 to boot as well. And have a look at that. Jockey and trainer. Only they know exactly what that feeling is.
And she looks like she could go around again. She's pulled up so well. What a horse.
He's not too far away, Willow. I'm going to go back to you. You can soak it all up. He's having a day. He climbed the biggest mountain in Australia earlier today, and for the second time, he's reached the summit. This is a special jockey with an incredible career.
And an amazing constitution as well, Bruce, because he's able to continue doing this, and we know about his stuff that he does in the Ukraine with his beautiful wife. I mean, he's just an elite human being that gives so much to the community, but then gives all of himself when it comes to race day. And gosh, he's been doing it for such a long time. He becomes a dual Everest winner. Isn't it amazing? He was in the tussle in the end with the horse who he won his first Everest on board in Giga Kick. So it's funny how things turn out. But yes, a Kosciuszko to begin with, and then an Everest not too long after. He makes it official, and he becomes the winner of the Everest for this year. Gives Connections a cuddle, saddles and God knows what in the way, but I'll grab him. Oh my goodness, you are having a day. Tell me, explain the feeling of doing it again.
Well, that's what we work hard for. You know, I've got to thank my whole team, my family that's here. So, yeah, it's amazing. It's very, very special. But again, I can't do it without the performance of Bella. Like, we drew 12. We were hoping for more rain, but the track was to her liking. And basically the plan was, Kieran said, you know, let's just trust her. We might be a bit wide, but let's not be negative. Let's be positive and let's go. And even, you know, I'm very lucky. I really know her. And going to the gates today, I said to Kieran, she was just moving so well for her. Before I even get her a pat and a cuddle, and then she really takes off. I just thought she was right in the zone. So credit to Kieran Maher, his whole training group around him. He's a phenomenal trainer with so many different arms that help this process go along. Paul and Ange Fudge, they're using their property at Bong Bong. You can see the benefits of that. And a 6-year-old mare. She's never been in career best form as she is now, and today she showed everyone how good and tough she is because she had no favours, you know. So I'm just wrapped and grateful. And again, my team around me, my family, my mum and dad, Uncle Jimmy, Auntie Jill are here, Lace is here. my children cheering at home. I told them if we win, it only pays for more things in Ukraine, not for more pets. So Summer, Alana, Ola and Summer, no more kittens.
When did you decide to flip the map on its head in terms of the gate to go forward? Because everyone anticipated that you'd be out there in the back waiting to have last crack at them.
Well, we didn't draw the barrier and we were just that confident in the horse, and I spoke to Kieran and Kieran goes, I love the plan, let's go and do it, let's execute it. Have faith in her. But as I said to the owners, I've got to talk her into it from the start because usually she can be slow out. With a delay, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, please don't. But luckily we've got great barrier tendons and she was in the zone today and she jumped out well, and I just went forward. I thought, I'll come back, I'm happy to be 3 wide in the zone, so I gave her a rest. Then I thought I'll challenge her early because she felt like if anything comes to her, she's going to hold them off, and she did today. So luckily for me, they have the ideas, I had the horse to deliver.
And a Cosy and an Everest in the same day, like, it's unprecedented territory.
I'm very fortunate. I've been working out really hard with all my coaches and fitness people and my nutritionist, my wife, and my manager said there's no use getting to one hill and that's enough. You've got to be that bloke pushing the rock up the hill, and after you conquer one hill, you've got another mountain to get up to. So it's a great thrill to win one of Australia's greatest races, and is now an international targeted race. And again, I couldn't do it without Ballina Bettina's guts and determination.
Well, you've planted the flag at the top of each mountain. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
So, funny racing, isn't it, Richo? Wins 2 years ago in Giga Kick, gets sacked 12 months ago in Giga Kick, beats Giga Kick today. That's racing, 79 Group 1s, and a lot of money, a lot of money. What a rider, what a CV, what a race.
Absolutely brilliant, breathtaking to watch it all. Congratulations to Kieran Maher and to Craig Williams and all the owners, Mick and Siobhan Christian, the major owners of Ballina Bettina. They bred this girl and she's won the Everest. And everyone at Caulfield who was crammed around TVs, it's a huge crowd at Caulfield. We'll build up towards the Cup in a moment. We've got the Tristarc Stakes just a moment away.